So here's all the games that I got for $311 that I got in that bulk sale that I bought from that gentleman. And it's everything from PlayStation 2 all the way up to some of the newer consoles, which are PlayStation 4. Anything from PlayStation, like I said, PlayStation 2, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, even there's some N64 cartridges over here. So I'll go through it. I'm gonna put my gloves on because some of the stuff is a little dusty and don't want to get my hands all dirty from it. Got my gloves and I'll put those on just and kind of go through all of the things and show you what all of this $311 that I spent of it is. We'll start with this stuff here on this side, and then we'll work our way over to the stuff on my left. Old school cartridges. I'm not really sure on some of this. The gentleman didn't know either. I'm not sure. I know this is a Sega cartridge. Some of this, I'm not really sure about what it is. It's like a Radio Shack, maybe video game or something, maybe exclusive to them. So didn't charge me for those, but just kind of threw those in. But obviously there's some old Atari games in here. Astro Blast, Odyssey 2, so there's a couple of copies of Odyssey. These are Silent Hill 3 for the PC. So it's disc 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure what the other discs are. Age of Empire for the PC, and Age of Mythology. There was a few PSP games. This one actually had the wrong cover art on it. This is MX versus ATX Untamed for the PSP, and then there's a SOCOM game for the PSP also, and that one is in there. It's complete, of course, but there is a Game Gear game, a Game Boy Advance game, Backyard Football, and then this is the Indiana Jones for DS, the Dragon Ball Origins for DS, Frogger's Adventure, codename Steam 3DS game, the Jungle Book for the original Game Boy, and then Corvette for the Game Boy Advance, The Little Mermaid for Game Boy Advance, and then Scrabble Blast for Game Boy Advance. So Nintendo 3DS game, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? As you see here, it's got a old school NHL 97 for the Sega Saturn, Vegas Stakes, Mario Paint, The Hunt for Red October for SNES, and then Super Caesar's Palace for the SNES. We'll go through some of the N64 games that are stacked here. Got Rugrats, got FIFA, and NASCAR 99, Namco Museum 64. So it's got Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and all the other classics there. So, and then this is Jet Force Gemini, Star Wars episode, can't really read it, episode maybe 1 Racer, but this is Ridge Racer 64. Looks like we got Hot Wheels, Mission Impossible, got the Olympic Games 98, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the NES cartridges. Of course, you see Top Gun is in here when it's got the box, and doesn't have the sleeve on it, I don't think, but we would obviously try to find the sleeve and include it. Yeah, it doesn't have a sleeve, so we would obviously try to find a sleeve and include it on it if we could. And then I've never heard of this game, Anticipation. This is Nintendo's first board game. So I think there's several copies of Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. So there's one here. There's another one that is kind of damaged. The label's kind of damaged. I have to clean that one up for sure. Another copy of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers. Another one there. And then this is Adventures of Lolo. So never heard of that one either, but I'm sure it's good. And then I actually got pretty excited about this. I actually love this art. This is Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and then the World Class Track Meet. So when I saw this, I was like, man, I gotta have it. So all the games you see here were $1 a piece. And then RoboCop. We'll move on to the PlayStation here. A bunch of loose disc here, PlayStation 2, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So this is a demo disc of Wild Arms, 007 Never Dies, Tomorrow Never Dies. Looks like 2 copies of that. The World Is Not Enough. Tomb Raider 3, Pitfall 3D, and then Destruction Derby, Tomb Raider 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and then Star Wars. This NHL game here. I'll just stack those. There's quite a bit of stuff, so I'll just stack those off to the side here. Turn them over. Jet Moto, Mission Impossible, Rainbow Six game, Gran Turismo 2, Final Fantasy, 10 Pin Alley, Superbike 2000, Rugrats, and then Gran Turismo. And I'll go ahead and talk about this thing before I lose it, but this is for the Wii U. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I would assume it goes with one of the games, but this is for the Wii U, whatever this is. I did have a few games on the Sega Dreamcast. I think these two are the same. Yeah, there's 2 copies of the World Series Baseball 2K1 on the Dreamcast, and then NFL 2K for the Dreamcast. 3 games total on Dreamcast. So you got a Sega Genesis game for the Sega Genesis, and then you got RBI 93 for the Sega Genesis, and it is in there. Not complete, doesn't have the manual. So we'll go through these cartridges fairly quick. Bugs Bunny, got Roadrunner Genesis game, Flashback. This is an X-Men arcade game, one of my favorite Genesis games, Columns. And then Sonic Spinball, F-15, Ren and Stimpy. It's like the label's a little damaged. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Animaniacs, Sonic 2, Tiny Toon, and then Pac-Man 2 Adventures. I got a Taz game for the Genesis, Krusty Super Funhouse, whatever this is, a 6-game cartridge. Never seen that one before. Tasmania, Afterburner 2. GameCube game, since there's not as many as those as it is for the Wii. NASCAR Thunder 2003, the Dave Mirra 2 BMX game, Chronicles of Narnia, and then Cars. So just only one sports title for the GameCube. So we'll go ahead and cover some of the Wii. So we got Crazy Mini Golf, Just Dance 4, and then Mad World. So we'll just hold these up fairly quickly to kind of get through them. Animal Kingdom, U-Draw Studio. I think the U-Draw Studio goes with this device here. I'm almost certain that it does. And then Wipeout. Hello Kitty Seasons. Okay. And then Madagascar, World War II Aces, Just Dance 3, Game Party, Epic Mickey, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Pet Resort, another copy of Epic Mickey, and then Avatar the Game. And we got Barbie here, we got a Dora game, and then Knight's Game, Family Feud, and this one I've never heard of it, and Super Monkey, Bob Banana Blitz, a SpongeBob game, Monster Jam, and we got Guitar Hero, Toy Story 3, Skylanders, and then another Skylanders, Game Party 3, Gym Smashers. Comment below some of the games that you see that you recognize that you're playing or have played as a kid or maybe still play now. He threw this in there. This is a training camp, so I'll go ahead and do the PlayStation 3 and then the PlayStation 4. Got Fight Night Champion for the PlayStation 3, Destiny, got Madden 13, Rock Band 2, Never Dead, and then Darksiders, Dishonored, Resident Evil 5, it's a great game, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the PlayStation 3, Darksiders 2, the limited edition version, AC/DC, Rock Band version, Rock Band, Little Big Planet, Band Hero, Dragon Age Origins. And then we'll go ahead and do the PlayStation 4 real quick since it's right here and it's not a ton of discs. You got Mass Effect for the PlayStation 4, and then Fallout 4, Wolfenstein, this game here, Disney Infinity, and then Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So we'll go ahead and tackle this Xbox set here, the original Xbox, and then we'll probably go ahead and dive into this Xbox 360, and then the last little bit will be spent on the PlayStation 2. Casino game, Major League Baseball, 2K7, NCAA 2003, Tiger Woods game, Doom 3, Halo 2, Magic game there, Hitman, Splinter Cell, another Splinter Cell game, Star Wars, NASCAR Thunder, Unreal Championship 2, Forza Motorsport, Dark Watch, Elder Scrolls, Close Combat. Let's go ahead and tackle this Xbox 360 stack. Start with this shorter stack here. Kind of work our way over to the other one. So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Medal of Honor, and this is Gears of War 3, I think, yeah. Gears of War 3, another Gears of War 3, Ace Combat, I like that game too. I love all flight simulator games for the most part. These two, this is MMA and NHL 12, Call of Duty Black Ops, this is Forza, Rock Band, another Rock Band 2, another Gears of War 3. This is Lost Planet, Lost Odyssey, and this is a sealed copy of Prototype 2, NHL 13, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, World at War, Battlefield 2, and then hiding down here is Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo 3, ODST, Homefront, Halo Reach, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, an MMA game, Crackdown, and then a bunch of Xbox Live games, which some of them you can't even get anymore. They've been delisted. Time Shift, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, got Halo Anniversary Edition, Gears of War, another copy, Halo Reach, Need for Speed Pro Street. We will move on to the PlayStation 2. All right, so here are the PlayStation 2 games. We'll cover the loose disc first. Got Celebrity Deathmatch, and then Need for Speed Carbon, Naruto, This just looks like another anime game there. And then Grand Theft Auto 3. Cabela's, Lilo or Stitch. How to stack those there. And Bully. Star Wars. Starfighter. Shrek 2. Warriors. The Da Vinci Code. NFL Street 2, Guitar Hero, Silent Scope 3, Splinter Cell, Lego Star Wars, Future Tactics for the PlayStation 2, Ace Combat 4, Dead to Rights, Dynasty Warriors 4 at the Red Faction, Stuntman, SOCOM, Star Trek, Chronicles of Narnia, Sly, Looney Tunes, Meet the Robinsons, Devil May Cry 3, Jack 3, another copy of Red Faction, Defender, Ben 10, Cabela's, Project Eden, Transformers, DJ Hero, Killzone, The Getaway, Devil May Cry 3, and another Guitar Hero game, Seek and Destroy, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Crash Bandicoot, SmackDown vs. Raw, and Finding Nemo, and then it looks like another copy of Gran Turismo 3, Rebel Racers, the Ultimate Board Game Collection, so you got 20 games included on here, X Squad, this game here, Ghost Rider, Dance Dance Revolution. This game is definitely a workout. It was like the first version of Wii. Anybody that remembers Dance Dance Revolution, that's the first, I guess, interactive game that PlayStation kind of came out with that allowed you to get on the dance pad and kind of dance the night away with your buddies. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Call of Duty Finest Hour, Grand Theft Auto 3, Pirates game, another Pirates game, and then Batman Begins, Incredibles game, Spy Hunter, another Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Kill Switch, Wolverine's Revenge, Splashdown, Madagascar, Reckless, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, another one, NCAA Game Breaker, 2004, another Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and then Star Wars. Here's all of the games I got for $311, so I definitely think that I will make my money back, even with some of these games that are listed here. So all the other ones are just pure profit for the most part. And I'll show you the consoles that I got that were $5 a piece, included in that $311 that I paid in total. So let me show you what those consoles are that were included. So here are all the consoles that I got in that $311. I'll show you each one of these. I'm not sure if he tested. I think he said for sure he knew that one of the Xboxes didn't work, but the other one did. And then all the other consoles are untested for the most part. But I've got some accessories over here, as well as some accessories and controllers and things like that over here in this bag too. But first we'll start on this side, which is the Super Nintendos. There got two of them. They look to be in good shape. This one's fairly yellowed. I'm not sure if they work or not, but I did see the power supply as well as some controllers and the AV cables to hook up the video and audio too. So I did see that inside of here, so I'll use them to potentially test them out and see if they work. But two SNESs, an Xbox that does have the power cord as well as the AV cables on the back here. A Sega Dreamcast, didn't see any cords right off for this console. I think there may be a couple of things inside of here for the Dreamcast. We'll test it. If not, we'll sell it for parts. And you got the Xbox 360. This one, I think is, if I'm not mistaken, this one is the one that is broken and this one works. Or it could be the other way around, but one of them works and the other one doesn't. So I'll obviously sell that one for parts and potentially use this one to test on, or either sell it too. This is an Xbox 360 HD DVD player. These came out kind of around the same time that Blu-ray did, and I think Xbox initially tried their hand at like a Blu-ray format almost, but Blu-ray in fact took over as the predominant format. So that's kind of obsolete for the most part, but we'll test this and see if this works. So let's show you inside of each of the bins. So here's inside of the bin. As you can see, there's a couple of Wii power supplies as well as the AV cables for the Wii, and then there are some PlayStation, looks like PlayStation 2 controllers, and then there is a Wii remote down in the bottom here. Wii remote, or no, just a silicone slip cover for the Wii remote. But there's a lot of items in here, and it looks like this is the original Xbox cord here, so maybe that is one of the controllers. So you definitely got a lot of items down deep in here. Yeah, there's an original Xbox controller. So we might actually have everything to test out the original Xbox inside of this bin. And of course there's a 360 controller here and some Wii accessories. So we actually may have everything that we need to test out the majority of these consoles. A Wii classic controller that you plug up to the Wii. There's a PlayStation controller. Yeah, PlayStation controller down at the bottom. Let's show you the other set of controllers and things that I got. So here's what's inside of the controller bag. I'd say this is what this is. And just like I said, it's got a bunch of stuff in here. The Wii nunchuck, and it's got some third-party Xbox controllers, looks like, and then a third-party Nintendo 64 controller, bunch of nunchucks. But this is a little bit more cluttered. It has a lot of stuff inside of it. There's a PS2 to PlayStation 3 converter. There's a bunch of stuff. I know it's for the Wii, and then it looks like an HDMI switch inside of there that you can use. So definitely a great deal picking up all of this.